You know how you feel that moment when you hear that both of your parents have cancer, are battling cancer at the same time. I felt like the whole world has come down on me. Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's a girl Golden. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you for waiting on me for so long during my time away. Like, you guys have been so amazing. A lot of you have been checking up on me, asking me questions, asking me why I haven't been posting videos on YouTube, asking me why I have gone MIA, just generally showing concern. And I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It means the world to me. You have no idea. I know I have been quiet for a while, but I think I'm ready to share now the reason why I have been away and everything that has been happening. It really hasn't been easy. Like, a whole lot has been going on, and I would say it's still going on. But then again, like they say, we don't look like what we've been through, And this is to say welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I know I've been away for so long. I'm really sorry about that. It was due to circumstances beyond my control. And some of you that follow me and are my friends on Facebook will know, because I share on my Facebook some of the things that I go through. So some of you might have an idea of the reason why I've been away for so long. And for those that are not aware and that has been asking and checking up on me, I think I am ready to share. Maybe not everything, I don't know, but majority. I'm ready to just, talk, put myself out there, come out and start posting again. And for the first time, we are doing vlogmas this year. I just pray for strength to pull through. So welcome back again, like I said before. Thanks for waiting on me. I truly appreciate you. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much. The past months and years, if I should say, have been one of the most difficult times of my life. And it has truly been overwhelming, to deal with. It has really been overwhelming, and I know that when the time was right, I would come on here to share what I've been through, what has been going on with me, and everything. I felt like the world stopped when I learned that both of my parents were battling cancer. It's just a situation and a condition that no one prepares you for. At that moment, at that time, I was so afraid for the fear of the unknown. At the same time, I was hopeful. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. And again, I didn't know why it had to happen. I didn't know why it had to happen to the both of them at the same time. It crushed me. It really crushed me. Given to the fact that I live here in India with my family, my husband and children, and I haven't seen both of my parents in like 10 years, if not more. So to hear that about them it crushed me. It's really, really crushed me. Like, you have no idea how I felt at that moment. So my mom, she, as at 2020, if I can remember properly, she often complained of pains around her anal region, you know, and as at that time, she thought it was pile that she had, you know, because of the symptoms. And so because she stayed in the village, and my parents, by the way, they are so old school, you know, they hardly went to the hospital for checkups, for tests or anything like that. You know, they just go to the pharmacy and get over-the-counter drugs. So at that time, she was taking over-the-counter drugs and doing home remedies and, you know, herbal stuffs and all that, you know, trying to deal with it. And I remember multiple times asking her to go to the hospital to get it checked out, run some tests, so they know exactly what it is and handle it right away. But my mother is one person that I know, I don't know if I should say her second name was procrastination. She would literally procrastinate this every single time I mentioned it. She kept saying, don't worry, I'll handle it my way for now. Let me see how it goes. If I don't feel better or if I don't get better, then I'll go to the hospital. And then she just kept saying, I will go later, I will go after, I will go. You know, she just kept procrastinating and procrastinating, and time went on and on and on and on for a very, very long time, up until 2021, when she couldn't handle it anymore. Like, it was now at that point beyond her control. She couldn't handle it anymore. She couldn't take it anymore. The pain was becoming really unbearable for her. So she didn't have a choice. I didn't even have to tell her at this time. She, on her own, with the help of my aunt, who took her there, went to the hospital. They did all the tests, and it was confirmed that she had colorectal cancer. My world stopped. My world literally stopped. Like, it stopped. I broke down. Oh my goodness, it broke me. Because I felt it could have been handled way better. So the journey with chemotherapy began. She started her chemo sections. In total, I think she did about 12 to 15 rounds of chemos. If I'm not mistaken, she did a lot of rounds of chemos, you know. So she did her first surgery to remove the tumor. Unfortunately, the surgery wasn't successful because the tumor was hidden. It was in a very, very critical place, in a place where the surgeons and the doctors, they couldn't remove it. They tried for hours. They still couldn't remove the tumor. And so she was stitched back up. So she was still recovering in the hospital when my dad went in for his own test, and we found out at that time that he also had prostate cancer. At this point, I wasn't even a human being anymore. I wasn't normal, honestly speaking. I wasn't normal. I wasn't a human being. Like, I was literally crushed. I was so crushed because how are they having cancer at the same time? Why do they even have to have cancer in the first place? You know? So, my mom was still recovering in the hospital when my father's test came out that he had prostate cancer. My mom was still recovering in the hospital. She hasn't been discharged. And my dad went in for his own surgery. I prayed my heart out. I cried my eyes out. My mind was constantly racing, thinking of ways to just get these cancer cells out of them so they can be well again. My dad went in for his surgery, and to the glory of God, it was successful. And so they were still both at the hospital, different hospitals by the way, recovering after their surgeries. Mom's surgery was not successful. Dad's surgery was successful. And so I was a bit relieved knowing that surgery and cancer, whatever, is out of the way. Now I had to now just focus on mom, the whole family trying to figure out alternative ways to help her and, just to make her get well and fast, So they both got discharged from the hospital, and after a while, mom went in for the second round of her chemo, with a higher dose this time. I think they doubled her dose, her chemo dosage. Yeah, higher dose, they doubled her chemo dosage. She started her chemo rounds again, and after about 6 or 7 rounds thereabout, this really gets me so emotional, like, honestly. With the hopes that this time around the surgery will be successful. So she went in again for her second surgery. After hours and hours and hours in the theater, the surgery still wasn't successful. It wasn't successful. At this point, she has done 2 surgeries to cut out and remove the cancer, and has done 12 or 13 rounds of chemo. None was working. Nothing literally was working. So after she was discharged from the hospital, she stayed at home for a while. While she was at home, we're still trying to figure out other ways and means of helping her. So she started taking some herbal medicines. Some persons recommended. We're just literally doing everything and anything just to make sure that she was well again. She was started taking the herbal medicines, and then again, one of my aunties recommended some supplements and multivitamins. We heard was going to help her in a way. So while she was taking all of that, one of her doctors recommended that she starts radiotherapy. So she had to leave Port Harcourt, where she stays in Nigeria, to another state, I think Calabar. Yeah. So, on reaching there, the doctors in Calabar refused for her to do the radiotherapy, saying she was not fit, that at this point, radiotherapy cannot even help her. She's already at stage 4, things are bad. They refused for her to do radiotherapy and they sent her back home to Port Harcourt. And so she came back to Port Harcourt with my younger brother. They came back home. At this point, honestly speaking, I was losing hope. I was losing hope. I didn't know what to do, how else to help her. I called her because there is this prayer altar, this prayer platform that I pray on and I pray with Pastor Jerry, NSPPD. I've been on that altar, that prayer altar, for years, and every day I see and I hear mind-blowing testimonies. Different people, even the dead, coming back to life. And I encouraged her, even though she was weak and feeble, she was really, really weak. But I encouraged her to be on the altar every morning. Even though she can't pray, her amen would go a long way